Here is Speak to Trending Issues. What is trending on X, on Instagram, on Facebook? We take reactions of people from all around, issues within our country and outside. What is trending, who is trending, where they are trending, and like I said earlier, reactions. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei, welcoming you to another edition of Spring Trend. And as you know, that as a bird, I do not fly alone, or I do not fly with one wing. My other wing is here.
You know, I'm not your other wing. You are flying with your wings. I have my own wing.
No, but you know that this show is not really complete without you.
That's supposed to be like a compliment, but I don't know the way you are saying it.
Nigerians, you just
Really?
spoilt it.
Yeah, you know,
Why can't you just accept the compliment and say thank you?
at
And
this
just say,
point,
oh, thank you.
I might not say the but I say thank you. Yeah.
Nigerians
Thank
will
you.
always spoil good
Be
times.
consistent
you know?
with it, so we know that you mean it. At least you have started.
It's better when it's once in a while. So it's more cherished, is, it carries weight.
Big trouble in Little China. And once in a while, you just put some compliment to say, okay. But it's fine. Good to be here.
Welcome on board. Let's
well.
just get right into the stories this morning. As we know, Dangote has been talking, NNPC has been speaking, the NNPC also has been countering allegations upon allegation, and it seems that there is a process in place to hush Dangote because he has said a lot. And you can see that picture of the who is who in the oil industry there, and it's giving the vibe of that Yoruba, is it incantation? They'll say, so this is the owl, and they are trying to so that the owl will not tear, it will not ya.
Evelyn Ohiolei, yo.
Thank God. Oshobo is coming soon this month.
Okay.
But let's just get right into it.
Very well.
Federal government of Nigeria in closed meeting with Dangote, and you know that when those meetings behind closed door, those are the real meetings.
Yes, sir.
You see all those meetings that they do, that they invite media. You see those closed ones that they would use agada godo, padlock, to, that's the real deal. Now reactions, funniest thing I've seen. Okay, let's see if we find this funny. The people in NNPC are even stronger than the government. Even Buhari appointing himself as minister didn't change anything. Corruption is deeply entrenched into the system. Omolowo Akande at Tony J says, but sincerely my question is, must it be only him they always have close meetings with? Why will a big country like Niger be having just one man to decide its economy? Why not bring more investors so there will be business competitions and the cost commodities will be cheaper for the people? And African_Unifier says, they are moving to finish their scripted movies. I never believed Dangote stories. Fuel is gradually moving to $1 per liter in Nigeria, and no one is asking questions. Zamba at Lee_Zamba says, what about the hardship in the country? They won't resolve that. And Jazzy says they want to renegotiate terms. The man has been spilling too much in the past few days. Femi, what is your reaction to this? And what Zamba is saying, that when it comes to a hardship, we don't see them in this kind of closed door meetings to try to resolve issues, but it has to do with when their interest is at stake, when their business is at stake, when their money is at stake. That's where you see them, put the locks and you say we are having a closed door meeting.
There is a lot, and I think personally there is more than meets the eye. The eye rather, with this Dangote situation, because of recently has been singing like a canary, and characteristically of him, I had to say that proper way. Every day, back to back, at different forum, he has been saying different things, different fora rather, and he has been saying different things, and it's about him expressing himself. But many persons will say as well, you have enjoyed government's patronage in the past. You have been hugely supported, even in this same project that is causing problem. The Nigerian government, especially under the last administration, that said it. We supported you. We gave you loan. The CBN even gave loan to an individual. That should not really have been the case. He should have just gone to the deposit money banks to get a loan. The CBN, former CBN governor said it. and maybe has repaid, by the way. But then it is a lot, especially when the company management came with that shocker. The Nigerian government has lost, or the NNPC rather, has lost their share, from 20% to 7.4, losing almost 13%. Yeah. That's a lot. Many persons say maybe that's why they came after him. But then before then, he has been talking about the big players in the game, making it difficult, oil companies and the rest of it. But it's a lot. But then now that you have seen the guys there, shortly and then having meetings, speaking in hushed tones, it was Glasgow's before that we are hearing from Dangote to Aliyu of the NMDPRA. Now, since yesterday evening, it has been peace, be still. We hope it will pay Nigeria at the end of the day. Dangote is a private entity, but then the kind of business that he's talking about is this refinery, and that's why many Nigerians are concerned that maybe this should stand, and it's not just corruption fighting back. I hope we just get it right one day. Because the man have been saying, you're accusing me of monopoly, Abi. You're accusing me of monopoly. Maybe not come by him, so that I will not be seen as a monopoly or a monopolist again.
All right, moving on to the next story. We hear that the House of Representatives is set to investigate missing crude and dirty fuel in Nigeria. Let's move straight to reaction. Chris Chinazom says when those who stole something is among the people looking for the stolen item, how do you expect to find it? This is what Chris has to say on this information. Let's move on to the next one. Talk to me. So talk to me, talk to us. It's saying if this will be sincerely done, then Nigeria is about to make a difference. And I hear someone say at the back, they play. Collins says when they do not want to solve a problem, they will investigate and set a panel. Smasher Igba Gemanwe says every time investigation and at the end nothing will be done about it. Kai, Femi, your thoughts? Do you think Nigeria is about to make a difference? This is what the people have been asking for. They've been clamoring for. Now the House of Reps is set to investigate.
What are they clamoring for?
Stolen crude and dirty fuel in our space. I like your seriousness. Give it to them.
Well, I hope our camera can zoom your face so that they know the seriousness of, and we all know this is sarcasm 101 that you're doing. I'm a firm believer in Nigeria. I love my country and I will do the best I can, and that's why we are here to do this, really, even as a job and as a hobby as well. But then, do I trust the House of Reps to do the needful and be categorical? It's not just enough to investigate, so to say. Will they make it clear? Will they name and shame? Will they, of course, the House of Reps cannot prosecute, but will they make the findings public? Will they give the case to the necessary agency for prosecution? Sure, we will know the people that are involved. These are the it will never happen. But then I just want them to prove. Many Nigerians want to say, we will get to the bottom of the matter. But this is not the first time. 3 years ago, I said it, 3 or 4 years ago, there were incidents of people's vehicles seriously damaged because of bad fuel. And you know what? Nothing happened. It was allegations on allegations, counter blames and blames. Nothing happened. Aliko Dangote has been saying it as well. Some persons are saying maybe he's the one producing the substandard product, and I has dared them. But now that meeting has happened yesterday, we know that will never happen again. We'll never see the light of, that investigation from this House of Reps.
Are you sure you're not being pessimistic?
From this National Assembly.
Are you sure you're not being pessimistic, Femi? You don't want to give them benefit of doubt.
I give them. See, benefit of doubt, Colette. We are waiting.
All right, let's move on to the next story. This morning, it's given a mix of entertainment, social, and political issue. Actress Dakore Egbuse is in the news, and she's in the news because she has been fingered by a popular blogger to be in a relationship with our number 3 man, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. That laugh was not necessary, but if you know Akpabio, you know that that's what he can do. All right, we'll watch this video. We'll come back to take reactions.
And, I must say that I am very disappointed. I am very shocked. I'm appalled. And I want to categorically state that I have never, ever in my life met the Senate president. I have not had any cause to see him or to be in the same room with him, not to talk of being one of his side chicks. Hello, I'm married, happily married. I have 2 beautiful children. I have always been above board in my dealings with anyone. So for a blogger, a jobless...
A case of defamation, and the blogger said that Dakore is the side chick of Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and Dakore came out to debunk the allegation, and she said that she has never met the Senate
One
president.
of the side chicks, yeah.
And one more.
Yeah.
And she's saying that she's ready for any legal action. She says she's married, happily married with 2 kids.
Yeah.
And if you know Dakore Gusin, there was a time she went off the radar in her acting career because she wanted to pay attention to family.
Yeah.
And she's just back now. And it seems that once you are back, you cannot escape, the hammer and all of that of bloggers just wanting to find traffic for their pages. It's still an allegation, so we cannot say that, oh, she... But by the way, it's not as if she has broken any...
Law.
I don't want to say that one, but they will say Evelyn is...
No, say it. Say it with your full chest. Is that one?
No.
Okay.
But she has said that there's nothing like that, and also she has come out with a suit to sue the blogger. But people are saying this is a faceless blogger, so how do you hope to get through with this? Let's take reaction right now. The Apple of God's Eye says these allegations are even pointless. There was no proof or even video evidence of them with him. This is Gist Lover doing what he knows how to do best, to stir up controversial topics for clout chasers to use. And Arakunrin Olami...
say he knows how to. How are you sure he's a he?
Just use they. Arakunrin Olamiju says that Kore is one lady who has kept herself far away from the limelight, only to be mentioned in something like this. Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run fa.
Takula.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run fa.
Takula.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run fa.
Takula.
Moving on. Weasel says, innocent or guilty, she owes no one an explanation or debunking. And Mr. Gerald says, allegations were made and she has to defend herself and our brand. And lastly, from Aku, that underscore at Akunwa underscore says, Dakore has had a scandal-free career. All she does is mind her family and business. They need to find the person behind that blog. That's, the issue right now. But Femi, what do you think? Do you think she should have kept quiet, not debunk? Because this is actually drawing people's attention to the story.
Yeah.
A lot of people did not even hear the story at first, but we are coming out to debunk this issue. It actually shows...
I think it comes with the lifestyle. No, with the sector. Yeah. Razzmatazz, showbiz, and the rest of it. I think it comes with it, and it's sad, really, that a blogger. The thing is, that particular blog, or like any other popular blog, we the people, quote unquote, the people are the ones who give them that steel. To say, oh, you are doing well, especially when they report things that are bad about people that we don't like. Yeah. So to speak, if you don't like people and there are news about them, you jump and then you give credit to them, and the moment they begin to touch, by the time they come for people that you like, and with such a story, you will now be hooked. And I think that's what we are seeing right now. Yeah. But then this is not the first time politicians or big men are being, alleged to be having, unholy alliance with individuals, especially celebrities, women, in this particular case. And you will check, and it's not only Dakore Egbiosin that was mentioned in that particular allegation, many of them as well. Even a suspended minister was mentioned as well from across the state. And for all I care, it could have been just for clickbait. It could be all lies. And there might be iota truth. Some of them might be involved as well. But then it's neither here nor there. But to answer the question, should she have debunked for such a person with almost no scandal? Yeah. She's not controversial. Yeah. She's known for her acting. You know, her smiles, her petted figure, very decent. She's one of the few persons you could point to and say, Dakoro is decent, so to speak, by virtue of what we see, right? But then I think that's why it pains her. And then many persons will say, we've seen people who are involved, who come out and share tears. She'll be in social media. But then whatever she thinks is well for her brand and for her family, I think that she owes nobody apology to have said, I'm suing. Maybe actually she wants to let her sue. And if you are alleging, you should prove as well.
Okay.
People should be held responsible for their actions. Even on social media.
Some people or somebody people do not know. There is not a face to this blog. And people have also come out to say that Nigerians are enablers of this blog because you are the one that give them the traffic and they just bring out any story just to drive the traffic. All right, we'll move to our next story this morning. And this is one story that continues to instill, pride, confidence in the Nigerian project. It's a very, very good one, and I'm super, super excited because we hear of a Nigerian doctor and visual artist, Dr. David, that has completed a massive drawing measuring 1,000 square meters. With this, David surpassed the previous Guinness World Record of 629.98 square meters held by Ravi Soni from India. You can see that picture, that's a gigantic painting drawing on in the center of the field. Reactions very quickly. Heaven Bound says, congratulations, Fola. Chinedu Peter says, we will soon collect everything from the Guinness World Record. Ifeanyi Chukwu is saying, what's with Nigerians and trying to break Guinness World Records? Hilda Bati started all this.
No.
Your thoughts?
That's not correct.
Femi, I mean, people think Hilda Bati actually brought the light into what the Guinness World Record is all about. Because I remember in secondary school then there was this Guinness World Record book that you can get to see all of the world breakers and all of that. And it seemed like something impossible at the time. We read that book with so much interest, we're fascinated. It's like something that were impossible, but Nigerians are breaking the records at this time.
Let me start from the rear, and I think it's because of the social media. That's why many Nigerians and the traffic, the clout it generated, and that's why many Nigerians, especially the younger guys, thinking the Guinness Book of Records, as far as Nigeria is concerned, started with Idabasi. No, it has been broken over and over again. There's a certain dancer called Kafi. She broke the Guinness Book of Records years ago, almost 20 years ago. So Idabasi, she danced for days. So Idabasi is not the first. So and I'm saying this, Gen Z should see this one out. It doesn't start with them. By the way, moving on. That was just to put the record straight. I think it's a lot to know that we can do amazingly well. We can do that, especially when the environment. I was speaking somewhere yesterday and said, how come Nigerians, when we travel abroad, we break records, we lead classes? I think it was this same studio, I was having an off-the-camera discussion to say, there was a news story I saw, I ran it off very quickly. One time, I think 2 years ago, that in a particular hospital, I'm not sure if I've said it here, on a particular night shift, every of the top guys, from the nurses to the radiologists to the doctors, on that particular shift that day happens to be Nigerians. All of them. I think it was in the US. And you could see that this is almost a general hospital that has moved from Nigeria
to the US.
You could see them. That means we can do amazingly well. So kudos to that artist who has done this, and many Nigerians as well who are aiming to fly high. But the ones that we don't want to see is mediocres, who just want to do things for clout. Because people are even tired with Nigerians and this Guinness Book of Record. But they're not going to withdraw.
Before they tear the Guinness Book of Record, I want to break the longest sleeping marathon. Do you think I can do that? Don't play. I'm going to break that.
Please do.
All right, that's the show this morning. Join us for another interesting edition of Spring Trends tomorrow. Until then, have for yourself a good and productive day. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei.